Welcome to Truth Tellers. Mike, let's get into it. There comes a moment in every soul's journey when the knife in your back becomes the key that unlocks your purpose. You don't see it right away because pain distorts clarity. But betrayal also confuses the heart. But the divine never loses track of design. Even treachery has a role to play in your destiny. Some people are not sent to love you, they're sent to push you into alignment. Their lies become the wind behind your transformation. Their envy becomes the soil which your strength grows roots. The divine uses everything, even the poison, to activate the healing. There are going to be seasons when the very people you would have defended with your last breath are the ones sharpening their words against you. They'll twist stories, they'll gather others, they'll try to rewrite who you are because your evolution exposed what they refuse to face in themselves. But here's the mystery: the more they tried to bury you, the more sacred ground they gave you to rise from. Every act of deceit carries a hidden assignment. It rearranges your direction, it detaches you from dependence, it pulls you out of circles that could not hold your calling. And while you're standing there bleeding from disappointment, the divine is whispering, this was never loss, it was redirection. You were never meant to stay where loyalty was one sided. You were never meant to shrink just to be tolerated. The divine will use betrayal as the eviction notice that ends your lease in comfort zones. Sometimes treachery is the universe's way of revealing who never had the capacity to walk with you where you're going. It's the graduation no one celebrates, the one that proves your spirit can pass the test of pain without losing the language of peace. And isn't it strange how, looking back, every person who tried to destroy you ends up being part of your becoming? The ones who mocked your dreams made you sharper. The ones who left you made space for truth. The ones who whispered behind your back were unknowingly spreading your name to places you felt your feet hadn't even reached yet. That's divine orchestration. That's the sacred mathematics of purpose. Every subtraction was preparing for a greater equation. See, the divine doesn't cancel treachery, it converts it. It transforms betrayal into blueprint, pain into platform, rejection into revelation. Because when you are chosen, even chaos works for you. You think you lost a friend, but you gained discernment. You think you lost ability, but you found sovereignty. You think you were broken, but you were being redefined. Human treachery can delay comfort, but it can't destroy your calling because purpose isn't fragile, it's fire. And fire consumes everything that was false around it. The truth is, not everyone can handle the version of you that comes after betrayal. The healed version scares those who depended on your wounded one. You're no longer easy to manipulate. You no longer beg for closure. You stopped explaining your light to people committed to misunderstanding it. That's when the divine steps fully into view, when your peace becomes your revenge. And you realize forgiveness doesn't mean you invite them back, it means you release them from being the author of your story. The divine is the only writer qualified to finish your sentence. You are not defined by what they did, you are refined by what it produced. Their deceit sharpened your intuition, their silence taught you to trust more in yourself. Their absence, when you needed them the most, showed you abundance that doesn't depend on company. So when people betray you, don't rush to erase it, study it. There's revelation inside every rupture. There's sacred data hidden inside heartbreak. And when you extract the lesson, you reclaim the power. Because the plan was never dependent on your loyalty, it was dependent on your obedience to keep walking. You didn't fail, they forfeited the privilege of witnessing your fulfillment. Remember this: divine timing doesn't negotiate with human emotion. When it's time to elevate, treachery becomes transportation. The betrayal becomes the bridge. The rejection becomes the rerouting. And when the very people you thought and who thought they were ending you were actually assisting the next phase of your evolution. The divine will use a backstab to straighten your spine. It will use exposure to protect your essence. It will use silence to strengthen your signal. You don't have to fight them. You just have to outgrow them because the divine will fulfill its plan through the same mouths that lied on you, the same hands that betrayed you, the same energy that tried to break you. That's what alignment does. It turns pain into prophecy. And one day, you'll look back and you'll thank the betrayal, not because it was right, but because it was necessary. It showed you the truth about others and the truth about yourself. It proved that no amount of treachery can interrupt what was given in spirit before you were ever born. You did not lose, you evolved. You didn't fall, you were repositioned. And the divine, it never missed a beat. The plan was fulfilled even through human treachery. See you on the next one. Bye bye.